Okay guys, so today I'm trying to save a little bit of time, so I did all of my makeup except for this eye so that I can go through the tutorial of how I did this eye with the new Viseart Chou Chou palette. And I do have a couple updates from my previous videos that I just wanted to go over with you really quick, just in case you were in the market to maybe purchase some of these products that were recently on sale, or well, specifically one. Okay, so the Derma E eye patches that I wore underneath the day I did the Artist Couture eyeshadow look, and that totally messed it up, and I wasn't sure if there was issues with the palette or if it was this. It's this. This is not compatible with any makeup. I even used different makeup today, and I still had major issues. It makes it pill up, and I took them off and waited about 20 minutes to a half hour before I did my makeup, and my makeup still pilled. So for me personally, this is not something to use before doing makeup, which kind of makes it a useless product for me since it's a vitamin C. I like to use my vitamin C products in the morning, even though it's probably not like ascorbic acid or whatever. It doesn't even say, and I didn't keep the box. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that the problem was not the palette, it is definitely the patches. So, also, if you saw my recent, palette collection video, I did accidentally leave out two palettes that I own, and one of those is the Fenty Beauty number 2. It is the, it's really hard to open. It's the little cool tone mauve one with some purple. I used it. I didn't post a look with it or anything. They're okay. I would just say that they're okay shadows. They're nothing great. They're nothing good. They're nothing bad. I got a look that I liked out of it. It wasn't particularly like effortless to work with, but you know, I did get there. So that's one of the palettes that I left out, and I think it's because I had it in my in my vanity where I don't normally keep palettes because it's small, so I just had it there. I had it where I keep blushes. So anyway, the other palette that I forgot that I own is the KKW X Mario. It's the first one that she did with him, with her brand, and that's what it looks like. I wrote the names because she didn't have them written down, but I actually really like this palette, and I felt bad that I left it out because I've used this palette a lot. I think it's a nice palette. I don't know where you stand on like supporting the brand or whatnot. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You either are going to buy it or you're not. So I just wanted to say that I think it's a good palette, and it's good enough that I reach for it fairly often. So, I mean, I have so many palettes that I can't say I reach for anything all the time because I have so many, but I do reach for it. So I would say that it's a good palette. It's in my reach for list. So if you like warm neutrals with a pop of blue, then you'll like it. Well, that one's kind of like a cool neutral, but mostly warm. Anyway, okay, so now let's just get into how I did this eye look. It's like sort of like a little soft halo eye, and I think I used mostly Sonia G brushes. Trying to remember exactly like the order in which that I did everything. It's so weird to see my face like in these lights because I look so washed out, and like in real life my makeup is like really kind of in your face. So So it's just strange. But this is, to refresh your memory, this is the Chou Chou palette. And I distinctly remember being so terrified of this palette that I did not think that I would even like it. I mean, I knew I would like the quality because it's Viseart, but I didn't think that I would be able to create any looks that I like with it. And so far, every single look that I've created with it, I've really enjoyed. So they proved me wrong, which they have done before. So kudos to Viseart for doing it again. Oh, I think I did use actually one Wayne Goss brush. I did because I wanted a fluffy brush for one of the shades. Which shade was it? I don't remember. We're just gonna have to pretend that I remember exactly how I created this look, which wasn't even that long ago. But I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, which is this one. I'm doing that first. You know, sometimes I have a reason for like going in the order that I do, like light to dark, dark to light, whatever. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just like winging it and seeing like what feels right. And for this one, I kind of went like all out of order. I went like lightest shade, then darkest shade, then medium shade. I do remember that. I'm just not entirely sure which brushes that I used to do it. So I'm going to try to make it so that you can see me the whole time. This is a bigger brush. This is the Wayne Goss 17. And again, that lighter shade, just tap it off. And I put my concealer or my primer on a while ago, so I'm just gonna go through and take that crease off with my finger. Just warm it back up. And if you see anything behaving funny, it's because of those damn patches that I will never use again. Yeah, see, like, I don't know if you can see, it's like patchy, but it's definitely not Viseart's fault. It's not at all. But I'm going in pretty much everywhere with this shade, like almost all the way up to the brow. And on the bottom too. Okay, and the next one, I used the Sonia G Worker Pro. It's this one. It's a red-handled brush. And I'm going into the shade right there. I'm sorry that I don't know the names of the shades. I'm really, really bad about that. If the brands don't write the names on the palette, I don't remember the names. And I know a lot of you will probably say that's just like lazy of me or whatever, but I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that I've got my mind on. So the shades, shade names, it just doesn't rate that high on my list. And if that's an insult, I don't mean it to be. So for this one, I'm kind of like going for a shape here. You see, that's what happens with my crease. But I'm gonna cover that. But I'm going like right to the middle, kind of. Or almost to the middle. And I'm just packing it on. And then I'm gonna pack it on the inner portion as well. See, I use the tip and I use both. I use that portion and that portion when I'm using this brush. I'm not going to connect it all the way over. And now I'm taking I think this is what I used the Wayne Goss brush for. Alright, so I'll use, instead, yeah, it is because I used, alright, okay, now I'm just going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to use Sonia G where I used Wayne Goss over here. Or, actually, no, I won't because the Wayne Goss is fluffier, and I specifically wanted fluffier. So, for the next shade, I'm going into, like, the medium peach shade. It's matte. And I am just going in like circular motions, just blending it throughout. And on the bottom. And again, I'm not going to connect this shade all the way over either. I am going to bring it over here. I did want to talk a little bit about something that happens here. I don't know if you can see it, but when you have like skipping on your skin, the brush that you're using is actually a little bit too big, and I do get that, but I don't really care right now because it doesn't matter to the end look right now. So I am just going over everything I did repeatedly. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't just cover myself up completely. It's really hard to film yourself doing makeup, guys. It really is. Now I'm going back into that like papaya type shade just to like deepen everything up again. Going all the way over. Okay. And then back in with the lightest shade. I'll use the Sonia G for this one. The lightest matte shade, the Sonia G Crease 2. And then I'm just going over and blending everything again. The eyeshadow is just a heck of a lot of blending, basically. If I could stay not oversaturated, that would be great. Try to keep it away. And then back into the papaya shade once again. Make sure I have that shape that I want. And make sure I have the depth that I want on the bottom. And then back into the medium peachy shade again. I hate how it keeps doing that, and I apologize. I can't stop it. Okay, so the next part is the shimmers, which is, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my glitter glue. This is the NYX, which is basically the same, not the NYX, it's the Too Faced, which is basically the same as NYX. And I'm almost through with this tube, which is crazy because like I never really pan anything. So I am just going to put this absolutely everywhere, all the way up. Just like a line basically, but all the way up. Because I'm going to do like a special, not special, I'm just going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. And then with my finger, I'm going to go in with the coppery shade. It's like, oh, there's the camera. Wrong side. Then I'm just going to tap it on all the way up. Okay, now that that is on, I'm going into, you guys know this is my favorite shade in the palette. I'm going to go into this shade again with my finger, and I'm going to start this just a little bit higher than I had that at the very top. So like way above my crease. And then I'm just going to bring like a little line down with just a little extra peak at the bottom. And then I'm going back in with that papaya shade, that papaya matte, and I'm blending over on both sides. And once again, I'm going back in with the medium, like peachy shade. I'm just going over and make sure that this is like blended. Now I'm going across the whole thing. And now I'm taking, I have very few, where did I go? I have very few, like, I want to say synthetic brushes, but I don't even know if this is synthetic, but it's an e.l.f. brush. So if it's not synthetic, who the heck knows what it's made out of. But I'm going back into this shade and just tapping it off a little bit. And I am going right under the brow, which I rarely do this step, but I kind of thought that it looked like a really fun, like, kind of like wet, like makeup look. And I really enjoyed it. So that's why I did that. I don't know, can you see it? I hope you can see it. Okay, so for liners, I swear these are like my two favorite liners for this palette. I keep going like oversaturated, and I can't stop that, so I'm sorry that that keeps happening. But Urban Decay in Woodstock, which I am going to line the top and the bottom with, but I'm not going to do my waterline with this. I'm doing my waterline with something else. You can probably guess what. If you've been watching my videos anyway. Oh gosh, I'm really sorry that it keeps doing that. I'm just making it a little bit thicker at the end. Connecting it. Oh god, I really wish it would stop doing that. I'm sorry. Maybe if I'm further away. So I'm just going like right up close next to the lashes, about halfway, because there was one step that I forgot. I wanted to take this other, what is this? This is a Morphe brush, Morphe E36. It's like a pencil brush. And I want to just put some glitter glue on here because I don't care if I ruin it. I just dropped the glitter glue. And I'm going back into the coppery shade. And I am lining the first half of my lid with that. Since I already have my makeup done, just trying to get rid of some fallout there. Okay. I'm just gonna like be a step back from the camera right now as I line, so that hopefully I don't get oversaturated and you can still see what I'm doing. Okay, and now the inner waterline, I am going in with Urban Decay's Wild Side, which is such a pretty color. Like, it's like a pinky peach. It has a little bit of a shift, and I think it goes so good with this palette. Okay. All right, and then the final step is going back in with, it keeps doing that. Why does it keep doing that? I must have, from changing where I had my lights from when because I did my, my palette collection in my bedroom, I must have like switched up the lights enough that now it keeps changing every single time I move, and I don't mean for that to happen. So I am sorry that that keeps happening. I will try to work out what the deal is with that, but I'm going back into my favorite like duochrome shade, which is that one right there. It's like peachy pink with gold shift, and I love it. It might be like one of my all-time favorite shades, like ever, which is weird to say. And I'm going for like a super exaggerated inner corner with this shade. And that's basically it. So now all I have to do is curl my lashes. You know how much I love that. And put some mascara on. You know how much I love that. And then it's all finished, which is crazy. This one is only a 24-minute video. That's crazy for me. Okay, let's see if I can get it absolutely done in 27 minutes. Signed off and everything. All right, you've got 3 minutes. Oh gosh, pressure's on. I can do it, I can do it. Oh, in my hair, I washed my hair today and I used Curlsmith gel. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like the high hold, like number 10 hold strength gel. And I absolutely love it. I did use it in conjunction with my Diva Curl Archangel because I do like using 2 gels. It's kind of like some people like using two mascaras. I like using two gels. So, but so far I really love the results. My hair looks great. We'll see how it looks tomorrow. That's the true test. Day 2 and day 3. You know? You know what I mean? Curly haired people, you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going a little like fast and sloppy because now I'm at 25 minutes and 37 seconds and I really want to get this under 27 minutes. I don't know why I picked that like arbitrarily, but I did. Okay, so that is the look. I will get some pictures posted on the Instagrams, and I hope you like it. And that's the Viseart Chou Chou palette. So, let's see. Okay, all right. Have a great night, everybody. See you later.